There's a name that appears almost 7,000 times in the Hebrew Bible, and it's the one name observant Jews never pronounce. You've seen these letters your whole life, but you've never heard them. In architecture that describes exactly how godliness moves from infinite to finite, from the realm of pure divine light all the way down to the physical world you're sitting in right now. That architecture is called the Tree of Life, 10 Sefirot, or divine attributes, arranged in a specific order we'll be discussing in this video. But these 4 letters also tie into the spiritual Kabbalistic 4 worlds. Yes, there are 4 entire worlds. The world of angels, the world of souls, the world of pure divine emanation, and the world of physical existence, our world. If you don't get that, it's fine, we're going to clarify everything in this video. Because every single one of those levels, the Sefirot, the worlds, the angels, and the souls, is encoded inside these 4 letters. Let's take a look at these 4 groups of Sefirot, because even though they are 10 Sefirot, they are grouped into 4. Now wait a second, what are Sefirot anyways? Well, think of a human doing anything, talking, expressing, or even working. Kabbalah explains that everything we do in this world is just the tip of the iceberg. Our psychology and subconscious are operating all the time, and our expressions and actions are simply the result of whatever's going on deep inside. Obvious, no news here. Basic psychology, right? Well, great, because that's exactly what the Sefirot are. Except, Kabbalah doesn't view the subconscious and psychology at the bottom of the iceberg. Kabbalah teaches it's the other way around. At the top of the chain you have abstract, understanding, and intellect, then that develops feelings and emotions, then that brings about actions and expressions. So that's what Sefirot are. Now, we have them inside of us because we have souls. And a soul isn't just some vague spiritual concept. Kabbalah teaches that a soul has a specific inner structure, 10 Sefirot. And because we have souls, we can actually understand this Sefirot from inside of us, by examining our very own abilities to think, feel, and act. That's what makes this so accessible. In general, there are 3 broad categories: intellect, emotion, and expression. But look closer at the intellect, it actually has 2 distinct stages, and that's exactly where the 4 letters of God's name enter the picture. The first Sefirah, although it's in the intellectual category, it's really abstract spirituality. It's that stage where you've grasped something but can't fully articulate it yet. You know it, but you can't just explain it. This is where the first letter comes in. Look at it. The Yud, the smallest letter in the entire Hebrew alphabet, and its shape tells you everything you need to know. Small, compressed, not yet developed, because the idea at this stage hasn't opened up yet. Then comes the second letter of God's name, the He, and you can see the difference immediately. The idea develops, it expands, it gains depth and dimension. Stage 1, abstract, compressed, and hidden. That's the Sefirah called Chachma. Stage 2, develop, expanded, and fully understood. That's Bina. Each one of them gets its life from the first 2 letters of God's name. The third letter in God's name is a Vav, a straight vertical line, like a pipe or a channel. That's exactly what emotions are. They take a developed idea and make it human and personal, felt inside of us. Emotions are the bridge between your mind and your actions. Without them, an idea doesn't become real. Fun fact, the letter Vav has a numerical value of 6, and Kabbalah identifies exactly 6 Sefirot for the different emotional attributes of the soul. But emotions alone aren't the end of the story. Feelings are internal, and they're spiritual in comparison to what comes next. That's where the final He of the name comes in. He goes ahead and expands those feelings into reality. In our human set of Sefirot, it's the final one, called Malchut, which is our ability to speak and express outwards. It takes those inside feelings and makes something real of them in the world. So now let's take a tour into the 4 Kabbalistic worlds and see how they connect with the 4 letters of God's name. The thing about these 4 worlds, they aren't on a map that we can tour, but we've already done the hard work. Because just like your soul has 4 stages that bring abstract spirituality into lived experience, God does the same thing. And if you're suspicious about why God uses the same process as us humans, that's a great question, and we address it in this video. God creates and nourishes this world by moving his infinite spirituality through 4 stages reflected in those 4 same letters. The Yud, that's the world of Atzilut, completely abstract, compressed, beyond grasp. The first Hey in the name, it expands, gains structure, becomes conceivable. That's Beriah, the world of creation, which is also the world of souls. The Vav takes on defined form, ready to be expressed. That's the world called Yetzirah, formation, which is the world of angels. And the final Hey of the name, full materialization, spirituality becomes physical reality. That's Asiyah, the world of action, our world. Now, as we've said, these aren't like planets in different places. It's more like deeper dimensions of the universe we're in right here. We actually have a video explaining this in more scientific vocabulary. If you're interested in that, check it out right here. Okay, now here's something really cool about this. In Hebrew, especially Kabbalistically, vowels can be played with in different words. Take a look at this. There are 4 ways Kabbalah spells the 4 letters of God's name. In the first, the vowels are all the actual letter Yud. In the second, you have some Yud and also the letter Aleph, which is the first in the alphabet. In the third, you have Yud and more Alephs. And in the last, you have just one Yud and actually the letter Hey as the vowel. If you've seen our video about the secrets of the Hebrew language, you know that the numerical value of words have real weight. These 4 different spellings of the 4 letters form the Kabbalistic names of God, Av, Sag, Ma, and Ban, as you can see right here. And guess what? These 4 spellings also correspond to the 4 stages we've been discussing in this video. If you want to watch that video we made about the secrets of Hebrew, you can click on it right over here. Hope to see you there. This video right here is the one we referenced to before using scientific language. And if you want to explore the soul and the Kabbalistic cosmos as discussed in this video, here's this video we made a few months ago. Thank you for watching till the end, and you can become a supporter by buying me a coffee using the buymeacoffee.com link in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.